there at spectacular SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the LA Chargers.
Your 2025 LA Chargers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
You know, we all knew how talented Herbert was, especially coming out of school, and he's had a lot of great success in his first couple years, but it just seems like him and Harbaugh, doesn't it seem like they just have a great connection? They both understand each other, the strengths, the weaknesses, and he's really turned into a polished quarterback. I mean, the big number last year, 17 starts, only 3 interceptions.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play right off the bat, 31 yards.
First down.
You just don't see speed out of the tight end position like this guy, Mike. I mean, to catch an underneath ball and have the ability to turn into a runner, that's something we traditionally see from wide receivers and running backs, but this guy's as fast as anybody in the league.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. McConkey in motion. Again, they'll go with Haskins. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They got him. Take him down behind the line.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Catch made there by Allen. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
It's 4th down.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
A 52-yard attempt.
Dicker's kick is good, and the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
Steelers nothing.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
From the 35, here's second down and a yard. The master of play action, Rodgers. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. First down throw there is incomplete.
Intended for Johnny.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. Austin brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
The Chargers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Johnston on the RPO.
Herbert's pass complete to number 1, Quentin Johnston. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Intended for
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
3rd and 10. Now Herbert. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Steelers offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Really impressive job there by the defense, Mike. I mean, to not only absorb the initial push, but now you got to get the back on the ground. And sometimes to hold up against these big old offensive linemen and stick an arm out to get the ball carrier down, it's easier said than done. And really nice job here by the defensive front.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it'll be third down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
He's going to take a shot down the field. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
A good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Disley is the man in motion. A handoff here with Haskett. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, it's Herbert. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Herbert to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Herbert. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it could be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right,
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Henley. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run with Haskins. Oh, the ball's out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. Off the play fake, Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Will set up the screen to Gainwell. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Pittsburgh.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. Crazy. Inside the 25. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
Elijah Molden on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the Chargers' 3-yard line.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Warren, and he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. He'll try and he's into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Steelers 7, Chargers 3.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Davis now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
6-yard line.
To the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The ball carrier taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. 2nd and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. The veteran Darius Slay. They're on the stop.
At the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. Disley is the man in motion. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. It's a big one for the Chargers. 31 yards.
The Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now, this is textbook route running. Everything from the way he attacked their leverage with speed, and then when he crosses face, that's the indication for the quarterback to release the ball. Ball's on target, great run, great route, big pickup.
They go right back to Allen. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
29-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal, but either way, I'm coming away with points.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Disley is the man in motion. Shotgun now for Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Gain of 10 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Disley is the man in motion. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll get this to Disley on the right. And he'll get forward, give him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are back within 1. It's 7-6. So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll get across the 20, work him down to the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That one's knocked away, and it's incomplete.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
2nd down, Rodgers. That's to the big tight end, Freiermuth. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Rodgers. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. There, met and dropped before he can get a return go.
1st and 10.
The Chargers offense ready for this next possession. closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. To throw is Herbert. His pass complete to Darius Davis. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
Catch made there by Allen. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Fighting on tackles, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4.
At the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. Throwing now is Herbert. Taking off, he'll try to get there. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
Let's go, Chargers! Let's go, Chargers, baby!
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. On play action now. Herbert. He pulls it in around the 5. To the goal line and in. Will Dissly. Touchdown, LA. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. Chargers are in the lead by the score of 13-7.
Chargers 13, Steelers 7.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense getting set to get back to work. Rodgers on first down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that third down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand what...
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
The Chargers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Take the handoff. Now Herbert. His fullback releasing. And he's going to bring it in.
To number 44. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Haskins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
For Hassan Haskins, incomplete. It's now 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The Steelers' offense ready to take over possession of the football. first down for Aaron. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Here's Gainwell. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
So, Mike, look where the corner came from on this blitz. He's all the way on the perimeter of the formation. This particular protection, they're not accounting for what they call corner cat. By the time the quarterback realizes he's blitzing, it's too late, and he's got no choice but to just take the sack.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's Rodgers. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down. Now Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Herbert keeping it on the zone read.
Herbert on the keeper. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
A gain of 6.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
36-yard line.
Herbert to throw. That's to the rookie second-round pick, Trey Harris. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
It's second and inches at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Herbert to the air again. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. Short throw, taken in by Disley. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Second and 5. Disley is the man in motion. Herbert to the air again. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This one from 41 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
20-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
Cameron Dicker.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. On the the ground. It's Warren to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a
A
yard.
loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Rodgers. He takes off. Good idea there to cover up at the end. He's able to use his legs and pick up 8.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this 3rd down a lot more manageable.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Now Gainwell. And he'll get about 5.
Kenneth Gainwell, the ball carrier. Dante Jackson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. A run out of the gun with Warren. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll try to run for it. A great job knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards and a Steeler 1st down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
Dante Jackson on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 33-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. From the gun, Rodgers. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
Complete to Calvin Austin. A gain of 5. 1st down, Steelers.
A run with Gainwell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
At the 17-yard
A
line.
gain there of
A gain
11.
on the play.
That's a Steeler 1st down.
Pittsburgh.
The best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action, Rodgers. A pass complete there to Smith. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1.
False start.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher.
Still 3rd down.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. Rodgers now. This one caught at the 4. And he's in! Roman Wilson. Touchdown Steelers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers will cut it to a 2-point lead.
16. Steelers 14.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This is Hassan Haskins to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Chargers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Disley is the man in motion. On play action. Now Herbert. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
At the 30-yard line.
I had a rule, Mike, when I was playing that if the ball hit either of my hands, it was a drop. You don't get paid in the NFL to make the easy ones. You get paid in the NFL to make them all, and I think that's a catch he's got to come down with.
Herbert to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Third down and 10.
From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. 14 yards on that pass play there. And the Chargers have the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Give credit to the protection for handling that blitz, because that's what gave him the time he needed to make the play and keep this drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Herbert on the bootleg. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred. Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball. Yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
Disley is the man in motion. Throwing is Herbert on third down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's out wide to Warren. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough. Now a much more advantageous spot.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A gain on the play. First down, Steelers.
First and 10. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Throwing, Rodgers. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Seriously, was that even a play?
Play fake. It's Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
You have to wonder, Mike, how are those previous mistakes he made earlier in the game still lingering in the back of his mind? You can tell he's being a little bit more conservative. He doesn't want to risk throwing a 3rd interception and kind of just throws this one away.
Off he goes. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have a clock in their head. They understand exactly how much time do they have before they start stressing the protection. He realized pretty quickly here it was time to go, tuck the ball, become a runner, and he's able to pick up a big game.
This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 29
that pickup,
yards.
good for 29
First
yards.
Down, Steelers.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the ground, Gainwell. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Gainwell, the ball carrier. Elijah Molden on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This will be from 42 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers.
Job
16.
number 1 on this drive. Find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Haskins now to return. And he is stopped
The Chargers
at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard
Justin
line.
Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. He's got a man downfield. That's Johnston. And they will finally get to him, but I think even he knows this one is coming back. They get the former 5th overall pick, Joe Alt.
Still 1st down.
To throw is Herbert. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12
I think that play probably
yards
results
to
in
go.
a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target,
It's
No
fourth
catch,
down.
and now fourth down.
And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback, and it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the fourth quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down
Personal
by
foul.
the punter,
Roughing the kicker.
and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. Now Herbert. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing again, Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Covering very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And the
A
Chargers.
big one here in the fourth quarter.
First and
36
10 at the
yards.
28-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
35-yard line.
By the time the defensive backs had come downhill to get involved, we knew there was just no way he was going to get himself out of this. It just shows, Mike, how long he was flailing around back there, that by the time he actually went down, everyone was behind the line of scrimmage chasing him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Herbert. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Not even a play?
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Now, Herbert. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
McConkey. Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. This one has plenty of legs. And it is good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
17.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. He's to midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
And what a response that is right there. I mean, you just gave up the lead on a field goal. But now you come around and you give your offense a huge boost You gift them a short field. I mean, that's a return that will not go unnoticed in the building this week. I mean, that is a huge play.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards.
They get 22 yards there. Good for a Steeler first down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, doesn't get much bigger than this.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
Now a 2nd down throw from Rodgers. Throw on the run is complete. And he will get into the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers will up the lead to 5.
Steelers 24, Chargers 19.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. The return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Herbert now on 1st down. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Really no hesitation on the part of the quarterback, Mike. I mean, he knew where that open receiver was going to be based on his pre-snap read. The defense did nothing to alter that picture, and that's a great play to start this drive.
On the give, Haskins. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Lad McConkey. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Herbert's pass intended for Keenan
Well, we all
Allen.
know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be
Results
playing
in a
offense. And,
4th down.
well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
And no chance of a run back
The
here.
Steelers
This
take
one's
over
going to
first
sail
and 10
out of bounds.
At their own
The Steelers
28-yard
offense
line.
ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
And that should have been a big one. There's no excuse to drop a ball like that. A sure-handed receiver that's this good. I'm not sure if he just didn't track it. I'm not sure if he lost sight of it for a split second. But you get open downfield at this level, that's got to be a big play.
2nd down, Rodgers. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henry.
And it's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Vidal. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
22 yards.
That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Charger first down.
21-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 7. To throw, it's Herbert. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no
A
gain.
1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Peyton Wilson on the stop. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Throwing, Herbert, under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
At one point, it felt like a touchdown was almost inevitable, but now after 2 back-to-back wins by this defense, all of a sudden it seems like the defense is in control, and this drive's in danger of stalling out.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Disley is the man in motion. Herbert now on 3rd and goal. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Matt McConkey. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
So now a big play coming here for the Chargers, who are going for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That'll be caught, and he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
24.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
The Steelers
line.
offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll run the draw with Warren. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Elijah Molden on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5 but that is enough for a first down.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Austin brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be stopped short of first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle this situation. Do they try to slow play this and try to score without giving the ball back? Or do they try to strike as quickly as possible? So first things first, they got to convert this third down.
They'll go with the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of
Give
14.
them 14 on that
First
one.
down,
That's a
Steelers.
Steeler first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Metcalf takes the grab again.
Rodgers
And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
A gain of 18 on the
That
play.
one good for 18
And the
yards,
Steelers
and
first
to
down.
the 18-yard line.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
That's out wide to Warren.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Jalen Warren. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Second down, 8 for the first down. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. The second down throw is incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
On third down, Rodgers. And that one is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Could they have called the push-off there? They will go ahead and decline that one and take the 2 points. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. Here's first down. Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Now Herbert. He'll get this to Disley on the run. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. Fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Gainwell. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Rodgers. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters
Chris
could not
Boswell,
determine a
the kickoff
winner.
for Pittsburgh.
We get back underway here in overtime. Haskins now to return. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 42.
The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Disley is the man in motion. Herbert now on first down. Short throw taken in by Disley. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2. Motion man is Johnston. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the middle of the field. He's got Johnston. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is by Dell. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
At the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A handoff here with Haskins. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Disley is the man in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
And now the punting unit will come on. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback.
20-yard line.
Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. There's that man again. Another catch.
To Calvin Austin. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Gainwell. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brought down beyond the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one not quite on target.
Rodgers pass.
Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He finds his man at Skoranek. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down. On the ground, this is Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 45. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First down, Steelers.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Rodgers now. Over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They get 14 on that hookup. That's a Steeler first down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
First down for Aaron. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
Just on the coverage.
Again, it's Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rock, and he can't get away. Down he goes, back at the 16. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This one to win it in overtime. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. So out comes the veteran,
Chris
Chris
Boswell
Boswell,
for a field
in a
goal.
big spot.
A
This one
32-yard
he's
attempt.
got to have. This kick is good. He
Makes the
got
score
it.
Steelers
It took
30,
overtime,
Chargers
but they will
27.
walk off the field with the victory. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here in OT, and the final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from SoFi.